Everybody on the top got the same sound. Everything I'm about to drop, make a name now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Yeah, I ain't never gonna be the same now. I'ma tear up this whole fucking game now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. I got so many bars, call it kamikaze. Ain't nobody ever gonna ever stop me. And I know that I could be a little cocky. That's the byproduct of hard work, no it's not free. I'm at a top speed, I think you lost me. Do not cross me, I keep dropping all these hits and I know that they watching. They keep showing up and my place always knocking. Knock, knock, bitch, I've been standing right here. Been over 3 years and then you just got here. Man, get me a beer and open up the mirrors. Let me show you now what you've been missing for years. Call it premiere, I could take a boy's name and smear, or take it up a gear and end your career and make you feel fear, or make you disappear. Cause I am right here and not going nowhere. Everybody on the top got the same sound. Everything I'm about to drop, make a name now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Yeah, I ain't never gonna be the same now. I'ma tear up this whole fucking game now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know.
This season of I Love Money. From the very start, alliances formed fast and crumbled even faster. We started the game off with the so-called safety ship trio being accused of secretly working together with the powerhouse players. This then blew up their game and one by one sunk their games into the loser's lounge. Drama then only continued as I introduced the new twist of the killer nomination. This changed the game as now bounties came with a bigger price than ever before, as if you received a bounty over a certain amount, you could find yourself on the bottom without a chance to save yourself. I also brought back 6 I Love Money, I wouldn't say legends for all of them, but 6 I Love Money former competitors to get a second, third, or maybe even a fourth chance at winning this competition. They faced off against the newbies who gave them one hell of a run. Throughout the season, there were many and iconic moments. People being told, girl, fuck you. People being called sluts, people being called hoes. It was lots of crazy ass shit. And we saw one of the most competitive seasons in I Love Money history. But after all was said and done, only 3 competitors have made it to the final 3. Carlos, the 20-year-old from Miami, Florida, who was voted off only 7 episodes into the game and won his way back into the competition, and has now made it to the end of this game, surviving the bottom 6 whole times. Then we've got Ray, the hospitality worker, who has won the most amount of Paymaster challenges of the people here at 4. And then we've got Mackenzie, who had the drag queen, who out of nowhere in these last couple episodes has beasted out 3 of the 4 remaining Paymaster challenges. Tonight, the 3 of them will go head to head in one final competition to earn their spot in the final 2. That final 2 will face a jury of their peers, where one of them will be crowned the winner of I Love Money Doom Lagoon. Who has what it takes to join the DH1 Hall of Fame, and who will come up just short at that cash prize? We'll find out tonight on I Love Money Doom Lagoon Finale Night. Hello everybody. Welcome to Finale Night of I Love Money. When you all started this game 39 days ago, this was the goal, to get to the final episode of the season and to prove yourself in one final challenge and to plead your case in front of that jury. Tonight, all 3 of you will get the chance to prove yourselves one last time, and 2 of you will have the chance to prove why you deserve to be the winner in front of a jury of, I would say your peers, but I think for some of you, not quite your peers anymore. So I want to check in with each of you. So I'm going to start off with Carlos. So Carlos, at the start of the season, it seemed that being a member of the safety ship was a curse, and it was going to lead to all of your ultimate demises, and it did lead to your demise, and then you won your way back into the competition, and you've made it here to finale night. However, there has been a history of players winning their way back into the competition and being the runner-up of the season. It's happened to Shelby, it's happened to Danielle, it's happened to Dylan F back in season 4, so it may happen to you. And the jury met last night at the jury roundtable and had some questions about how much you actually did on your own in this competition. So, with all of that in mind, how are you going? How are you feeling going into tonight's finale?
I'm feeling pretty nervous. I'll start by that. But I feel good. Honestly, I'll save everything for the speech because I feel like that'll just be presented better in that scenario. But I can understand why a lot of people felt that I didn't do anything because on the outside it did. But there was a lot more going on that I didn't want anyone to know. So that's why a lot of people felt that way.
Okay. Well, I guess you're just going to have to save it for the final speech if you make it there. Mackenzie, I'm going to go to you next. So, Mackenzie, something that you had in common with people from the safety ship was you got lumped together with other people in the competition. You got lumped together with Lustiana, with Tay, with Emmanuel, who you revealed is one of your real life friends. And throughout this competition, you've been a little bit in the same boat as Carlos, as you were kind of under the radar for the first half of the season, but then out of nowhere, you got thrown into the bottom, and it was like a fire got lit under your ass, and you won these last couple of Paymaster challenges, and you didn't just, send home anybody. You sent home some heavy hitters. You sent Ken out of the game and Raven, who both were perceived, I think, as front runners in this competition. However, the jury was a little bit questionable on your gameplay throughout the first half of the season and whether they could give you their support going into finale night. So, how are you feeling going into tonight's final challenge and final jury vote?
I'm a ball of emotions, like nervous, excited, um, cried a little bit before the live, but I'm just ready to get this shit done. And I know I have some work to do, and I'm ready to fucking do it.
Well, I think we can all say amen to that. And last but not least is Ray. So, Ray, you have been a dominant force in this competition from the start. You were the very first paymaster of the season, and you used your paymaster to send Shelby out of the game, who didn't have such kind words for you after her elimination. Um, However, you've also been critiqued as being very emotional. For example, when you won your last Paymaster challenge, you chose to send home Gloria, someone who you felt betrayed by, and you kept Raven in the game, which the jury critiqued as being, not a good decision. Being that you have had, I don't know if I would categorize it as a target, but you've had people's eye on you throughout the competition, unlike Carlos and Mackenzie, who were maybe a little bit more under the radar throughout the game. And the jury has said that a good chunk of them would vote for you if we get to the finale. How are you feeling going into tonight's episode?
Honestly, I feel fucking pumped. I'm ready to get this shit over with. I'm also a little nervous because in these competitions, I end up doing really fucking good or I end up flopping really bad. It's really in the middle, so I'm hoping that um, my flop era is not in and my comp beast is. And I'm just hoping for the best.
All right. Well, before we hop into tonight's challenge, I want to set the stakes a little bit. For two of you, if you make it to the final two, you will guarantee yourself to walk away with some type of cash prize. The winner of this season will walk away with a $1,000 cash prize. The runner-up will walk away with a $100 cash prize. So as long as you get to those final 2 chairs, you will not have wasted your 39 days. Unfortunately, for third place, I have nothing for you, and you're going to have to hope that the audience votes for you as their fan favorite. So maybe that'll add some extra encouragement to you to get to the final 2. So I went over how the final challenge works with the 3 of you, but I'm going to go over it one more time with the rest of our viewers. So, I Love Money jury vote finale rules are in full effect. For tonight's first part of the finale, our final 3 will be separated into 3 different StreamYard rooms. In each of their rooms, they will be proctored by a member of production, either myself, Chantel, or Terrell. As soon as I start the time, all 3 of them will have to begin 5 separate mini challenges. Their goal is to complete all 5 of those challenges before the other 2. The first person to finish will make it to the final 2, and they will be able to cancel out 1 juror vote before the votes are cast. So that means that tonight, out of the 10 jury members, only 9 of those votes will count. And as a reminder to our viewers, if you did not see, this could be a make or break decision, as back in season 10, there was a 5-5 tie, and because Taisha won the final challenge, she got to cancel out that 1 vote against her, and she ended up winning the game 5-4. So literally winning the challenge could be a make or break moment. Whoever gets second place will not be able to cancel out a jury vote, but they will earn their spot in the final 2. So that means tonight your social game cannot get you to that final 2. You need to get yourself there. And who knows, you may be sitting against the person that you do not want to sit next to in that final 2. The 5 mini challenges that I have given them can be done in any order that they best see fit. The only rule is they have to get it done. The first challenge that will be put up against them is a jigsaw puzzle. Each of them will be given a 64-piece jigsaw puzzle of their cast photo. Their job is to screen share the jigsaw puzzle with their proctor and show that they have finished the puzzle. Once they have finished the jigsaw puzzle, they can move on. The next one is to build a house of cards. So using a deck of playing cards, they will have to build a 3-tiered house of cards. That means that there has to be 3 levels. 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels. If their house of cards falls over, they will have to start over again and keep going until they have a stabled house of cards. The third challenge is called Paper Cup Magic Trick. So using 4 solo cups and 3 pieces of paper, they are going to have to, I might as well just show y'all because it'll probably be easier if I show you. Oh wait, they'll see it. They already know how to do it. Basically, they're taking 4 solo cups, they're putting a piece of paper in between each of the cups, and then they have to rip the paper out so that the solo cup lands on the one below it without falling over. If at any point it falls over, they need to start again. This will keep going until they are able to successfully pull the pieces of paper out with the solo cups landing on each other. The fourth challenge is Face the Cookie. Infamously, last season during Circle Night, a certain flower girl could not even get 1 cookie in her mouth. Each of them will have to place an Oreo on their forehead, and with only using their facial muscles, they will have to wiggle it down into their mouth and catch it. Once they have wiggled 5 Oreo cookies into their mouth, then they will be good and they can advance to the next game. They cannot use their hands. And the last game is called Feet Pyramid. So using only their feet, they have to build a pyramid of 10 solo cups. If they knock any of the solo cups over, they will have to start all over again. So those are the games. While they are competing, I will be live streaming each of their rooms on the DH1 website. So if you want to catch up with what they're doing and watch the streams, you can feel free to click on the link that I will post in the chat. On top of that, I will have all 3 of their games shown on this live stream. However, if you want to hear the audio, then I would recommend going to the DH1 website and watching there. So before we go to our StreamYard rooms, do all 3 of you understand the rules of this challenge? Okay, then I guess we will get the gauntlet underway. All right, so we are going to set up the gauntlet. Then our final 3 will compete for a spot in the final 2. Which 2 will advance to the final 2? We'll find out when we come back. Please stay with us. All right, hello everybody. So we are about to get this challenge underway. If you head over to the DH1 website, which I have put in the chat, you'll be able to watch the live stream and the final three as they compete. So I am now going to screen share the DH1 website.
Oof, I just had to take a shot for this.
Shots. Okay, is this shit gonna work? We'll have to see. Okay.
Is that okay?
So, before me I have our final three. So, let's go over this. All right, hello, my final three. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
All right, so when I say go, all three of you can get this challenge started. Because Ray is on his phone and will not be able to screen share it, we have scrapped the jigsaw puzzle. So tonight there is only 4 challenges in your way. The feet pyramid, face the cookie, the paper cup magic trick, and the house of cards. If you're the first to finish, then you will advance to the final 2 and you can cancel a jury vote. If you are second to finish, then you will also advance, but you will not be able to cancel out a jury vote. Whoever is the last to finish will be our final 10th member of the jury and fall just short of winning the game. I'm going to count you down and you can get started. 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Go. Carlos has finished his first challenge. He is moving on to challenge number 2.
Bro, can I low-key just like toss it in the air with my head and then catch it? Is that allowed?
No. No, you can't do that. Where we stand right now is Carlos and Ray are both on their second challenge. Mackenzie is still
Oh my god, I'm actually
have yet to finish a game. Ray is on his second challenge. He is currently in the lead. Carlos and Ray are both on their third challenge. Mackenzie is still on his first. I mean, Mackenzie is still on his second. We are currently tied. All 3 finalists are on their 3rd challenge. However, Carlos has been struggling on the House of Cards, and Ray has dropped his House of Cards. It seems the House of Cards are a major problem for our finalists. Mac on his final game. Carlos is now on his final challenge, meaning that all that stands between Carlos, Mackenzie, and the final two is a house of cards. Can one of them finish? If they finish first, they'll be able to cancel a jury vote. If both of them finish before Ray, then they'll both get to the final. Can Ray pick it up and make it? Ray currently just needs to do his cup trick, and then he has to do the cards. This is a close one, y'all. Ray has switched back to the House of Cards challenge, but he did not finish his solo cups, so it is still Carlos and Mackenzie's race to lose, and Ray needs to catch up.
Recording stopped.
Alright, we have adjusted the playing card challenge to speed it up a bit. From this point forward, all players are allowed to bend their cards.
He changed the rules because there was only 2 people left. He wouldn't have done that. If there was
Y'all, we have our first winner. I think it's time we go let him know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was really fast. Oh my god.
Hello, Carlos.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, Carlos. Can you hear me?
Bro, there's so much.
Yes, I can hear you.
Can anyone? Is this showing on camera? Oh my gosh.
Hello,
Okay.
Carlos. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All
Hello?
right, so I am now going to tell you if you made it to the finale or if you have lost. I can confirm that you are the first finalist
Let's
in
go.
I Love Money 15.
No fucking way.
Meaning that you have made it to the final 2, and you will get to eliminate 1 jury vote. Congratulations.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. So hyped right now. That's, oh my gosh.
Use
Wow.
this time wisely to prepare your final speech.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we will tune in. Well, everyone, it looks like we have our first finalist. Carlos has secured his spot in the final 2. As for Ray and Mackenzie, they are all still working diligently to finish their House of Cards. However, Mackenzie has a lead. Can Ray get his spot in that final 2, and can he push through, or will this be the end of his game? We'll find out momentarily. Now back to the game.
Bro, so oh my god. Okay. This fucking Oreos actually everywhere. I think it was that feet challenge that got me to that win. That was a great time.
Ray and Mackenzie are both on their final game. Who will secure their spot in the final two? All that stands in Mac's way is a house of cards, and all that stands in Ray's way is the magic trick. Mac is literally inches away. Can he get that final story? He just needs to place 2 cards. All right, I have just rewound the footage. Mac, though it fell down, Mac did keep his card house intact for 3 seconds. So we are going to count it. I think we should go break the news.
Happens now. Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
'Cause I don't know how the others did. Let me just look.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was focused over here. Let's see.
I don't. Who knows how they did?
Mackenzie.
They already did.
Let's see.
I can't.
Mackenzie, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, we'll see what Dylan says. Oh,
So
he popped in.
Mackenzie,
Oh, there he is.
how are you feeling right now?
I don't know. Like, is it confirmed? Am I like making it through?
Well, Mackenzie, it's been a really hard fought season for you, and you struggled throughout this challenge, but I think you should be very proud of yourself. And I am really sorry to tell you that unfortunately you did not make it to the end first. But you did make it second, which means congratulations, Mackenzie.
Yes.
Are our second finalist of I Love Money season 15. You did it. We rewound the tape, and your cards did stay up for 3 seconds. So we are going to count it. How are you feeling?
I did this for my girls and all my supporters, and I'm just proud of myself, and that's all that really matters. I'm ready to fight. I'm not giving the fuck up. I don't know why they thought I was just gonna roll over, but I'm fucking here to win. So let's get to it.
Yes.
All right. Well, we need to go break the news to Ray. Get yourself ready to get to that final 2 jury speech.
Oh, here we go. Congrats. Congratulations.
I lost. I lost. Tell me now.
Hello, Ray. Can you hear me?
I lost. Yes.
Hi, Ray.
Hi.
So, Ray, I think you know. I think you know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ray, I can confirm to you, Carlos and Mackenzie have both finished the final gauntlet, which means that you are the dead last loser of the night, and you have been eliminated from I Love Money.
Cute.
How are you feeling right now?
Whatever.
All right, Ray, I'll give you some time to process everything, and then we'll head back to continue the finale. But you did an amazing job this season. You should be very proud of yourself. All right. Well, well, well. We have a final two officially, Carlos and Mackenzie. One of them is about to be crowned the winner of I Love Money. And now that the frontrunner, Ray, is out of the game, how will the jury react? And who are they going to vote for? We'll find out when we come back. Please stay with us. All right, hello everybody. So after a grueling gauntlet, our final two has been decided. So our final two already know who they are, but they don't know who they will be up against. I can reveal officially that the final two of I Love Money Doom Lagoon are Carlos and Mackenzie. That means that Carlos and Mackenzie, the two of you, have gone as far as you can go in this game and will be facing off in the final jury vote for the win. That means that Ray, unfortunately, our time has come to an end. Ray, before I void your check and I send you as our 10th and final member of the jury, I would just like to say that you have played an incredible game this season. From the very beginning, I noticed with you that you had your thumb on the pulse of what was going on here. And when we're looking for people to be contestants on I Love Money, we look for players like you. You were enthusiastic to play. You were actually one of the last people to be put on the cast. You signed up day of, and your enthusiasm was amazing. You played how you wanted to play, and you didn't let other people influence your decisions. I mean, your first move in this game as Paymaster was taking out Shelby, who out of everyone on the block was probably the person the house least wanted to go home. You also didn't make decisions based solely on game bodiness. And listen, I love me a good strategic player, and I think you were very strategic, but I also love watching people that aren't afraid to be in touch with their emotions and to, let their vulnerability show. And our confessionals this season were amazing as well. I know the public hasn't seen all of them. A lot of tears were shed. A lot of love was given out. And I think you have definitely made your mark in I Love Money, and you should be very proud of yourself. But unfortunately, it just was not in the cards this season for you to get to the end. So, unfortunately, Ray, your check is void. And it's time for you to join the jury. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
I just want to say that everything was super fun. Lots of tears, y'all. Lots of tears. Lots of strategizing. I was hoping that I could honestly pitch myself to you guys to see what kind of game that I was really playing. I think I was very underestimated, but underestimated in all the good ways. I want to reveal, I guess I'm going to reveal, this is not my first org. This is not my second org. I've been playing org since 2020. I actually got invited to an org or to a sequester tomorrow, and I'm playing in a live reality game in October. So I'm very in this. I played over 15 to 20 orgs. I played in over 10 sequesters. This character, the dumb, himbo, drunk party boy, is all a character. Every single time I voted emotionally, it wasn't emotional. Every time I blamed it, I was drunk and I was high. I knew exactly what I was doing the entire time. But it was super fun. Super duper fun. Cards and cups! Cards and cups! But it was super fun, and I enjoyed every minute. I'm glad I met everybody.
Thank you so much, Ray.
Of course.
All right, Ray, you may hop off camera and join the jury, and we'll see you momentarily. That means that Mackenzie and Carlos, only each other are standing in the way of you, that $1,000 cash prize, and a spot in the DH1 Hall of Fame. Both of you have been very underestimated this season. Both of you were very underestimated by the jury at the round table last night. Tonight, it is your chance to prove why you deserve to be the winner and why the others shouldn't be. Carlos, you did finish the final challenge first, which means that you have a bit of an advantage tonight going into the finale. So before we go into this final jury vote, you have a decision to make. You need to pick based off of only your experience this season and what you witnessed from the round table, one jury vote that you would like to cancel. You will cancel this jury vote before you hear any jury speeches, which means that you may void the vote of someone who wants you to win. So what I need you to do now is I need you to go over to your production chat on Teams, and I'm going to ask you whose jury vote you would like to void. Viewers, we will be right back after Carlos has made his decision. Hello, 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 everybody. Well, it is time to get this roast a cookin'. We have our final two, Carlos and Mackenzie, and I have brought back our 10 jury members. Returning for finale night, we have juror number 1, Howie. Juror number 2, Jackie. Juror number 3, Roberto. Juror number 4, Lustiana. Juror number 5, Demi. Juror number 6, Ken. Juror number 7, Gloria, cannot be with us tonight, but she has already submitted her vote. Juror number 8, Javaris. Juror number 9, Raven. And our 10th and final member of the jury, Ray. Carlos and Mackenzie. All 10 of these jurors now hold your fate in their hands. Tonight, the two of you will have a chance to address them for the first time since their elimination. Your goal is simple: to prove to them why you deserve to be the winner of I Love Money Doom Lagoon. Carlos has secretly voided the vote of one member of the jury, meaning that tonight the majority is 5. So you need to prove to 5 of these jurors at minimum why you should be the winner. How this will work is we will start off with opening speeches. Mac and Carlos, you will get to give an uninterrupted speech on why you needed to win, on why you should be the winner, and you can use this time to talk about why you should win, some things you did in the game, all that stuff. Each jury member will then be entitled to one final speech. They can use this to ask you questions, to make statements, to try to convince the other jury members. It is their time. After that, you each will get one final opportunity based on what you've heard to give one final speech. After that, each juror will cast their vote for the winner of I Love Money. So, are we all ready to dive on in to this final jury vote? Okay, so all members of the jury, please hop off camera and go on mute until it is your turn to face the finalists. So, Carlos, since you were the first person to finish the gauntlet, you hold the power. Would you like to go first or second? And mind you, if you go first in the opening speeches, you have to go last in the closing speeches. So, which would you like to do?
I would like to go second.
Okay. So that means you will go second for opening speeches and you will go first for closing speeches. Okay. So Mackenzie, the floor is now yours. You may start your opening speech.
So, I might not have been like a fan or someone who knows I Love Money, but I do know Big Brother, I do know Survivor, and I've been a fan of that shit for years. It's what's helped me develop my strategy in this game. So watching players like Andy Herron or Steve Moses or even like Chelsea adapt and get thrown to the wolves or have the wool thrown over their eyes, and then just be able to turn the situation around into something that benefited them was how I wanted to play my game from the start. And that's exactly what I did. Every time that I was thrown something, I was able to use my social connections that people probably didn't see, like Ray, Carlos, even Howie a little bit at the beginning, and to minimize my threat and to help build other bonds with people I didn't initially talk to. Um, I think that's what I'm gonna just close off with and start off with. Yeah. So
All right.
that's it.
Thank you. Carlos, you may now give your opening speech.
Well, I'll say I did prepare a speech, so I'll go ahead and begin with that. If at any point in this game you thought I wasn't a threat or that I didn't know what I was doing, then my plan worked. I gave Ken 10 coins to put on Raven's head. I purposely avoided Paymaster for countless rounds. I had others essentially doing the dirty work for me. So much information handed to me, and numerous other small, minuscule things that led me to be standing here talking to you guys today. all while nobody really suspected a thing. And it may have not looked like control, but it was awareness, timing, and the trust I built. That was my plan, and clearly it worked. That's all I have to say for now.
Well, okay. So, Carlos and Mac, it is now time to face the jury. Juror number 1, Howie, please come to the stage. All right, Howie, the floor is yours.
First, I want to congratulate you both. I think you, Mac, and Carlos played way different games, but you both did good. Secondly, I want to firstly apologize to Carlos because I'm about to come at your game as to why I think Mac deserves this win. Um, Mac's social game, I think, is a very underrated game, and Mac was never in trouble. Not at one point did I ever was like, damn, Mac's going home. And even in the jury chat, I said it as soon as I went home that I think Mac's in a very good position. Unfortunately, I think your flaw in the game, Carlos, is you did go home. There was a point in time where you did get power, and that power ended up sending you home when you did select the teams, and then you were put on the bad team, and you were home. So I think it's unfortunate because I do think you did play a good game, but a victim of circumstances that Jackie won the battle back and she chose you. So you didn't even win the battle back either, which is even if it was Jackie in the up there too, I'd say, you were sent home. So it's unfortunate that you're the in, but you did get sent home. But even in the roundtable, I'm sure you guys watched it. I didn't think Mac was getting the recognition he deserved for the game he played. He played a very upfront game. He aligned with threats that got sent out and make sure he wasn't the number one target. And he won power when he needed to win power, which ended up sending the two biggest threats in the game home. He sent Ken and Raven home. Unfortunately, when you look at their resumes, I see Mac. Mac has an amazing resume, and unfortunately, I know Carlos, your gameplay was I'm not here to really play, yada yada yada. But Mac, Mac played an amazing game. I'm not saying you didn't, Carlos, but unfortunately, you went home, and I'd really do. I'm assuming my vote is getting voided, but I really want you guys to look at Mac's game as a whole and understand that Mac was never in trouble or anything. And I think Mac played an amazing game. I do think Mac deserves this win. Again, congratulations to you both.
Well, thank you. Juror number 2, Jackie, please come to the stage.
Hi, guys. Kind of crazy seeing both of you up here. Congrats to both of you. You guys both played, games that were great to your specific game. Something that I think the jury is kind of sleeping on, Carlos, is the fact that you are somebody who moves very silently, and I was somebody who was able to witness that due to our closeness in the game. Now, Howie does bring up a point, the fact that you did go home, you went home, but I was able to give you the ability to come back and you used it, and now you're in the top two, right? Which is ideally what you want to see with somebody. If it's not you, it's the person you bring back, right? That's at least how I try to view it. I think you both did amazing on this final challenge. I was watching and biting my nails the entire time, like, holy shit, like, what is going on? Props to you, Carlos, for finishing first, but Mac, really props to you for fucking coming in clutch on that card tower and just, doing what you did, man. That was huge. Mac, you and I have also had our conversations about just your game and how I also expressed that you were playing a very quiet game, but a very smart game as well. The only thing I will say, because this is like the only flaw I find it, and it's totally personal before anyone comes at my neck, this is 110% personal because this is how the game is, right? Carlos took the opportunity to work with me and he worked with me throughout the game. But Mac, when I gave you the chance to work with me, you turned it against me. And that was the reason why I got out, right? So my question to you is, why should I pick you as my vote as opposed to Carlos, who's been with me throughout the whole game?
Okay, I'll be straight up honest with you. I knew that there was a plan to potentially get you out that round, but the whole blow up of that alliance chat didn't come from me. I didn't have any connection to Ken, so I wouldn't have given him that knowledge.
It was
Raven.
more so for specific, just for clarity, because I understand where the confusion could come from the chat. I meant more so like in the moment where I needed one vote to stay home or like to stay in the round, you raised your hand and then got me out. So, and I thought we were, like in an alliance, right? As you said. So, what was going through your mind in that moment? And what's something you think that you can talk to me about that would possibly have me sway my vote to go towards you?
Genuinely, you're just a big competition threat. Didn't see another opportunity for you to be
Mm.
in the bottom.
Understand.
I thought had you survived, you would have been able to play your cards. You're a great talker. You know how to get on on people's good sides. You and I had great like
We did. We did.
conversations, not like game conversations, but like
Yeah, but just in general. Yeah, 100%.
so. I didn't see a path of me being at the top of your list. I saw me a little bit lower. I always thought that you knew I was connected to Raven, and that if I wasn't willing to take Raven out, that you would take me out too. So
Yeah, understandable. So from a strategic standpoint, that was like the one time you viewed as like your shot to get me out. Okay.
yeah,
Makes sense. It's very commendable for this type of game style. I have a little bit of thinking to do. Thank you for that, because that's clarity that I do now that I finally get to talk to you about it, because we haven't been able to talk at all.
yeah.
You both played an incredible game. I think people are sleeping on Carlos personally. I know Carlos, you played a lot behind the scenes, but I will say, Mac, I do feel like you were slept on a little bit too up until now. So good luck to both of you, and let's see who wins this.
Thank you, thank you, Jackie. All right, juror number 3, please come to the floor. Roberto. You're muted, King.
Not me being muted this whole time. No, sorry. I was just saying that, like, hey y'all, congrats on being in the final two. Sorry if I'm a little in the dark because I have work in 6 hours, so I'm literally about to pass out after this. But yeah, so I do think both of you played different games in your own right. And I know that Carlos was definitely dealt with the hand that he was dealt with coming back to the game. So obviously there's gonna be a bit of an asterisk. And Mac, you played the game like honestly pretty nicely. Your social game is top notch, and I think you have a little bit of a strategic side as well. With that being said, I really don't give a shit of exactly what is being presented to me. However, I am curious on one thing: whose jury votes you believe you have. So I'm gonna ask both of you to close your eyes. When I call the juror's name, I want you to raise your hand and tell me if you have their jury votes or not. Howie. Jackie.
Wait, what did you
Me.
mean? What did you? I was confused. Are you asking us?
Yes.
Asking us what? Like,
I'm asking both of you whose jury votes you think you have. Just keep your eyes closed.
oh, and you want us to raise our hand when you?
Yes. Yes. So let's try that again. Howie. Jackie. Me. Lustiana. Demi. Ken. Glow. Raven. Javaris. And Ray. Interesting. Okay. I'm just gonna take that to no for the rest of the jurors to take into consideration. But congrats to you both. I have no further questions. Good luck.
Thank you, Roberto, a former finalist, putting you on the hot seat. All right, juror number 4, please come to the stage, or should I say sashay to the stage, Lustiana.
Hi. First of all, congratulations on how y'all did. Um, I'd love to see Matt get a crown, but Carlos, I'm really interested in what you have to say because I'm really proud of how you did today. But why should I sway my thinking? Because I think Mac's a good choice for strategy, but I also respect yours because I feel like we had a similar stay chilling behind the scenes attitude.
So like basically, why would you vote me over Mac? Like essentially, um, basically, I think Mackenzie, first, you played an amazing game. With all due respect, I believe I played just slightly harder, just nobody really knew about it. Nobody ever thought I was really a threat, and I think that goes a really long way. Everybody wanted to keep me as a close ally. And the thing I have, I would say, over him is that I was probably one of the most trusted players in the game, and as well, like very underrated. Um, Nobody ever heard from me saying that I was talking shit about someone or I was going behind people's back saying this and that. I'm not saying Mackenzie did that, but I'm just saying in my case. Um, and honestly, to emphasize that severely underrated part, I really don't think I heard that much shit talk about Mackenzie as much as about me. I heard so many things saying that I was lost, didn't know what I was doing. I'm, I'm a floater. I mean, so many stuff. And honestly, hey, I mean, it wasn't, everyone thought I wasn't a big deal, but I'm here now, obviously, so I'm somewhat of a big deal. So that's how I look at it. That's basically it.
I like that. Like that. I think I'm done.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Lusty. And we'll see you when you have your vote. Okay, juror number 5, Demi, come to the floor.
Hi guys. Congrats on making top two. Um, so I have already made my decision, but I want to hear, I'm gonna take Lestiana's route and I want to hear both of you tell me why I should choose you. We can start with Matt, I guess.
I think you should choose me. I think people severely underestimated me and or not underestimated me. I think there was definitely people in the game who saw how I was playing and saw that getting me out would have been more beneficial for their game. But the way that I was able to build social connections and maintain them, even after this building some distrust with Ray, that one round, I was able to go back, talk to him, not mend all the fences, but tell him, trust me, and let me show you with my actions. And I kept him till the very end. So I think a lot of people just didn't see that part.
Cool. Carlos.
Um, I mean, basically what I said to Lustiana, but just emphasizing a little bit more. I would say honestly, I had a lot of like bad luck. I was thrown into that safety ship. I came back with the battle back. Everyone thought I was pretty bad at the game, didn't know what I was doing. And I mean, obviously, there was some, there is some truth that at certain points that it may have seemed like I didn't care about the game. But if you really, really, really believe that I didn't want to show up, then I just wouldn't have shown up. Like if I didn't care about this game, I would have just quit a long time ago. And that's basically all. I won't go too deep into that because I can talk about that for a while, but
Okay. All right. Well, I wish both of you the best of luck. I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet because I already made my decision. But you know, I do wish you both the best of luck.
Thank you, Demi. Okay, can I get juror number 6 to the floor? Kylo Ken.
Congratulations to you too, man. Y'all fucking made it, bro. Y'all fucking made it. I just want to say, I hate this for y'all, but y'all have the stupidest fucking jury of any fucking season. They're so fucking stupid. Oh my fucking God. But besides that, you guys did great. You guys did great. I do think a lot of people are riding your meat a little bit too much, Carlos, for my liking. Not to discredit you or anything. But the player they think you are is the player Mac has been this whole time. And I've been telling people that from the beginning. When Ray and Raven, all of them was throwing people names, I'm like, are y'all not gonna focus on Mac? Like, is y'all don't see Mac as a fucking threat? Like, Mac, I've been clocked you a long time ago. and you really locked the fuck in the last part of the game. But I just got a question for both of y'all. And this was the pivotal point in the game, at least from my point of view, of when Mackenzie became paymaster early on. Not early on, when you became it from the little storm challenge or whatever we had to do. So let's start with you, Mackenzie. Mackenzie, when I came to you about the plan to, put me and Raven up, and if you put take Glow or Ray out, I was gonna be gunning for you. Can you give me your how you expected that night to turn out versus how it ended up turning out? Like,
Oh, well, so first off, I started with Glow. Glow was the one person she wanted to have a conversation. She was in the bottom. I straight up told Glow, if you do not put Ray and Ken in the bottom, you are going home. She didn't, you already had a plan to put yourself and Raven in the bottom. So why would she already break that trust between you, Ray, and like it doesn't make sense. And that pissed off Ray, and that's why she went home the next round. Already knew about you, Carlos, Ray, and Raven, or not Raven,
Glow.
and Glow all working together. She spilt the beans. I literally, like, when you put her on the spot, she is going to spill everything. And that's why I was tired of giving her information. It's because, like, I knew that you were the most, like, well-connected person in the game at that point. And if I didn't take you out, then I was probably going to be the next to go. I wasn't going to be at the bottom of 6. That's
yeah. I mean, but I told you, I gave you a pitch. I said, look, if you take Raven out, you good in the house and you good with the jury.
I mean, but you had Carlos, you had Ray, you had Glow, you even had Javaris a little bit.
Oh no, I'm not. Look, I'm not bitter here. I 100% respect your game. You got my vote so far. Now, Carlos. Now, with you, how like give me your thought process on that night. Like, why did things turn the way it did? Like, what was your thought before? Like,
Okay. Well, my thought, at least for in terms of myself, not thinking about everything else, is I already had made a deal with Raven, fictitious or not, I don't care. I agreed to her. We agreed to each other that we weren't going to eliminate each other. So I was fine if she won, whatever. And with you guys, we also made that deal to put you and Raven. So in terms of that night, I was fine with whatever because I wasn't going to go home. That's how I looked at it. But in terms of everything else, yeah, it was pretty strange. I don't know why Gloria did that. That was not like coordinated at all. She just like kind of just randomly voted against and everyone else did. So I kind of just, followed along. I mean,
yeah, that's what I figured. I mean, Glow wasn't a pivotal part in that plan. It was really you and Javaris, and I just needed your thought process on that. And I see now. Okay,
mm.
that's all.
Okay. Well, for juror number 7, Glow, unfortunately, it was a little too late for her. She had to go somewhere, but she did leave behind. Oh my God, she left behind some video, voice recordings. So we're gonna go ahead and play that for the icon, Gloria Query. All right, so let's take a listen.
Carlos, I'm very proud of you. Congratulations on making the final 2. All right. Thanks for working with me in the game. I want to know just how far inclusion was with you. How far did you really want to go with me? If I wasn't your final 2, who was it? Show me what you feel you did in this game that people aren't picking up to be sitting in the final 2.
Okay, so Carlos, that is Gloria's question. So go ahead.
So basically, to answer that question, I never had a final 2. I think it was quite, I don't know the word for it. I'm just going to use dumb for now to choose someone so early on, especially even in the back half of the game that there was 5 people left, to say, I'm going to bring Jackie to the end. I'm going to bring Mac to the end. No one can fully determine whether that person is going to go or make it, or it doesn't matter. So I never actually had a final 2. I would just say that because it makes people feel better. I mean, that's the truth to that. But I never had a final 2.
Okay, so that was Glow's question for Carlos, but she also has a question for Mackenzie.
Hello, Mac. Wish we'd gotten to know each other more. If you are sitting in the final two, sorry I can't be there. I want you also telling me who was your final three and what do you think you did? What are your two biggest plays in the game that makes you feel that you deserve to win? Just tell me how far down the chart I was with you and be perfectly honest. And tell everyone what you did to get where you are and put it out there. I want to hear it.
All right, go ahead, Mackenzie.
I think after the Kin situation and Glow going, I was in a great position because not only did I have a final three with Carlos and Ray, I had a final three with Javaris and Ray. I also had a final three with Raven and Javaris. So at that point, I felt like I was going to go to the end no matter what. So, like, that's my top three, or I guess who my final threes were. So like I felt like I was in a really good position. The biggest move I felt like was taking out Ken or getting Glow to vote for Ken and Ray. And then the second one was whenever E got thrown in Circle 9, almost voted in. The wolves pulled over my eyes. I was under an agreement that he was going to be talked to, and I was going to get a heads up before that situation was going to happen. So when that didn't happen, I realized that not only am I going to have to play y'all's game and telling you whatever the fuck you needed to hear in order to keep myself safe, I wasn't going to just sit there and let myself be picked off. I was going to tell you what you needed to hear just to further myself in the game. It helped develop more social connections, sorry. And yeah, I feel like that's why I'm sitting here today. I didn't just sit back and ride coattails. I held my cards out and held two cards underneath the table.
Thank you. Okay, it is time for juror number 8. Javaris, please step forward. Oh, Lord.
All right. Yeah, I'm like totally ready for bed over here. No lie, I'm gonna keep it real short and sweet tonight. I think Carlos and Mac both played a really good game. Um, I feel as if they played it completely different, but to be honest, I'm going with Carlos.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay, can juror number 9, Raven, please step to the table.
Hey, bitches! The queen is back. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys each a question, and then I have something to say at the end. So I'll start with you, Carlos. First off, I fucking love you. I'm so excited that you are in the final two. But I do have a question, and this is something that I mentioned to the jury. So you told me before I left, whenever I was doing my like tour of saying goodbye, because I had a feeling I was fucked, you told me, you said, Raven, if I win tonight, I'm not going to send you home because you've at least made effort with me. And I don't think it would be fair if I didn't at least give you final three, which I appreciate it so much. Again, this does not determine my vote. I just want you to be honest. Did you actually mean that, or were you blowing smoke up my ass?
I did actually mean that if the scenario was okay. Like if I won if I
Yes.
won Paymaster and you were in the bottom, I most likely wouldn't have sent you home. That was under the perfect scenario. But in any other scenario, I obviously it's out of my control if you were in the bottom and someone else was, but I can't do anything. So
No, it's okay. That was perfect. Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
no.
Mac, I love you, but I'm not going to lie. Right now, you do not have my vote. I think the flaw in your game was your jury management. I felt as though whenever we did our conversation all day that day, and whenever I was on the bottom and I went into the Zoom room with you, you told me, you're good, just stay calm, etc. And then you slit my throat. And I felt like I would have respected your game more and respected you more if you just told me during that Zoom call, if you literally just said, I'm sorry, I have to send you home. So, two-part question for you. One, you said when you were sending me home, you said it was because of a manual. Were you playing this game over a pre-juror that we sent home? Number one. And two, or were you just trying to make a TV moment? And two, how genuine was our friendship? And then after you answer, I have something to say to both of you.
Um, Sorry, repeat the first question again. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, were you playing this game just to avenge a pre-juror that you almost got disqualified with because y'all were talking outside of the game? Or was that just a TV moment for you?
It wasn't about vengeance, it's about the premise. Raven, you played me like a fucking fool. You
Okay.
literally tried, like, not stab me in the back, but you like nicked me on the way to stabbing E. So
For sure.
for me, if you fool me once, great. It's not going to happen again. So
Period.
for me, I took a play out of your playbook, the queen of this
Period.
season. I
Period.
did what I needed to do, and I told you to strengthen, not only just strengthen our bonds, like we were already playing at the beginning of this game, like actively coming up with strategies every other fucking night. So it wasn't just about like getting vengeance. It was just, I'm not a fool. And I don't know why y'all
Yep.
thought that. I was
Mhm.
going to play you the way, same way you played me.
Period. I respect that. Good.
And
And then
then
how genuine was our friendship?
it was fucking genuine. Bitch, we're gonna be friends after this. So I don't really give a fuck.
So
You're
if
my
I don't
best
give
friend.
you my vote tonight, we're still friends.
Yes, bitch. You don't get to get away from me.
Period.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
yeah.
Now, I do want to say something about both of their games. One thing I will say is I think Ken's disrespect to the jury is what's going to hand Carlos this win. So I'll start with Carlos. Carlos, I think you played the best game with the cards that you were dealt. You were kind, you were genuine, you had jury management skills unlocked. When I left, you made me feel good. And that is what I appreciate because at the end of the day, this game is about how you treat people and how you make people feel. Mac, you played this game hard. You never showed your cards. You did what was best for you. You rode coattails when you needed to. You floated to power when you needed to. And when you needed to win competitions, you fucking did it. And I would also like to add that both Carlos and Mac were floaters. That is not a negative connotation in this game. Being a floater just simply means you are only loyal to yourself. I was not loyal to only myself. I was not a floater. I was loyal to Roberto. And unfortunately for me, that's why I'm sitting here and they're sitting there. And you both should be fucking proud of yourselves. That's it. Love you guys.
Thank you, Raven. Okay, and finally, our latest addition to the jury, juror number 10, Ray. The floor is yours, King.
Wow, King, me? Um, wow. Honestly, I did not come prepared because I thought I was gonna win this game. I'm not even gonna lie. So questions for both of you. One, congratulations. Y'all got lucky. Y'all got lucky. But I'm not saying y'all got lucky. Sorry, that sounds rude. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Um, Carlos, question for you.
Yeah.
What is one of the biggest risks that you've taken in this game? Because I don't know what it is.
That's a great question, and that's a great question for everybody. Um, yeah, that was kind of the whole point of my strategy. I really didn't want to take big risks. I think that why this is kind of my thought process, okay? Now, why do I have to get my hands dirty when 10 other people behind me are willing to do it?
Mhm.
It's could be considered riding coattails or floater, this and that, but if people are willing to do it for me and it benefits my game, then why should I have to take the risk? It's not a favorable strategy, but that's the way I look at it, and that's why I sit here in the final two.
Absolutely. Okay. Cute. And Mackenzie. So we definitely played the game together. We had ons and offs, but we always found each other. I don't really have a question. Well, I now I do. Before I didn't have a question for you, but you did say something earlier. You said also, Ken, not everybody here is dumb. Okay. You said earlier that you had a final three with me and Carlos, and then you had a final three with me and Javaris. If I did not come up with those final threes and presented them to you, would those still have been two potential final threes for you?
Yes, I think we were both in agreement when it came to the newbies alliance. We were at the bottom, like at 7. There's 3 of us left, and we were like, let's make sure the vets aren't, just trying to fuck us over and send us out the door, and then a vet wins the game. No offense to the vets, we just wanted to give it our best effort.
Uh-huh.
And then the Javaris and you know what that one was about. That was about being black, being queer, and being a man in this game. And I mean, I don't know much about I Love Money, but I can go look at that winners, and I know there's not many black queer men on there. And I know they do pretty well in the game and just don't get to that last bit. And I knew that I at least wanted one of us to be there. It sucks that Javaris didn't put Raven in the bottom when he needed to, or he would have been here. But yeah.
Cute. It was so much fun playing with you two. Uh, Everybody, I hope we're real life friends. Demi, we gonna smoke a blunt together. Thank you guys. Good luck.
Thank you, Ray. Okay, Carlos, Mackenzie, now that you have heard the jury speak, this is your final opportunity to tell them why you should win and why the other should not. Make this count. Carlos, since Mackenzie started us off last time, you will start us off this time. Go ahead with your final speech.
When I entered this game a month ago, I didn't come in as a mastermind. I came in as myself. I didn't have a plan to manipulate or backstab anyone. I just wanted to see if I could make it without playing a character like so many people did apparently. But to stay true to who I am. And I deal with social anxiety, I deal with competition anxiety. That means I get very shaky hands, I don't perform well under pressure or in social settings. But even with those challenges, a quiet confidence stayed with me. Why do I need to speak when others can speak for me? Why do I need to be the loudest in the room just to be feared? Is it really bad to not be a threat? So I focused on one thing: trust. I built real relationships. I connected with creative, fun, genuine people. I never caused drama because I didn't need to. And when I was eliminated, I didn't have to beg. I didn't fight. Out of how many people were there? 5 or 6 or whatever? I was brought back. I didn't even need to win. That's the game I was playing. Not because I was loud or flashy, but because that specific person wanted me there. And now that's not luck, and that's not being a floater. That's called quiet influence. And now I'm here in the top two, and I did it without ever betraying my values. I knew what was happening behind the scenes. I knew when I was being told the truth. I knew what was a lie, even when it was said to my face. Besides Roberto, that was still fucking surprised me. And what did I do with all that information I was handed? I didn't blow it up. I used it, I held it, and I waited. Quiet power is still as real as any other power. Thank you.
Thank you. Mackenzie, close us out.
So coming into this game, I knew that I was I I knew that sorry. Just keep like I knew coming in that I wanted to be able to pivot and be able to be adaptable no matter what. But developing numbers and building social connections and even helping my teams win challenges and helping build a thriving team atmosphere. I feel like that's what helped me get past that team stage. So going to the individual portion, I already knew that I was doing so well in the competitions. So why not just kind of dive back, not put myself right there on the platform? I already knew people saw me as some sort of a competition threat. Jackie said it herself, like you're really good at these competitions, and that's an honor. But sorry, fuck. But being able to with me being able to adapt, that was primarily when it came to E. So in that game, I really wanted us to work side by side and be able to control a powerhouse alliance, but he was not willing to hop on board with the numbers that were already forming, that were already creating, and that we're going to potentially structure and win this game. But once I had the whoop pulled over my face, I knew that it was time for me just to do whatever the fuck I needed to do, tell people what they needed to hear in order to get me further. Damn. Sorry, I'm just gonna go ahead and close out. I appreciate it, you guys.
Thanks, Mackenzie. All right, Carlos Mackenzie, after 39 days in I Love Money 15, you've done all you can do, and the power is now out of your hands, and it shifts to the jury. So, hang tight, and jury, get ready to vote. Well, after an intense questioning from our jury, Carlos and Mac's fate is now in their hands. Who will the jury vote for, and who will be the winner of I Love Money? Plus, we'll check in with our previously eliminated players from the pre-jury. All this when we come back. Please stay with us. Okie dokie, everybody. So, I have officially tallied all of the votes, and we do have a winner. But before we do that, I think it's time we talk a little bit about what's been going on this season. So, first thing I want to do is I want to welcome back some of our previously eliminated players. We have in here Chewy and Emmanuel. I have sent the link to our other pre-jurors, so if they want to hop on in here, they can do that. Morgan H is trying to join, but it's not working for her for some reason. So, Chantel, Terrell, if you guys also want to come on camera, I think we should talk a little bit about what we thought about what was going on this season.
Wait, do I have to come on camera?
Girl, yeah, so they know who you're talking to.
I'm in my bonnet and everything.
I don't care.
Okay, hold on.
So, first thing I want to say to all of you while they're getting their stuff is that this was a very interesting season. I do have to say, this season had some of the worst gameplay that I've ever seen from a group of people. It's terrible. Terrible. So many bad decisions. But just because it was bad decisions doesn't mean it was not a good season. Like, I think of season 12, for example. Which that was the season Javaris was on. A lot of very emotional people, but it was still very fun to watch. And something I love with newbies is watching how they maneuver the game for the first time. You know what I mean? And I do have to give credit to the vets. The vets really woke this game up, and I think the gameplay would have been really behind if the vets were not here. Specifically, Raven, Ken, Roberto. Hell, I'm even throw Gloria's ass in there. Like, they really pushed the newbies to their limit, and it was good. Just some overall thoughts. I don't know how y'all let Ray and Raven get to the top 4. That was, like, really crazy to me. Ray and Raven were, like, the front runners from the very, like, second episode, I would say. And then Ken started inching up to them about when he won Paymaster for the first time. It was, and I gotta say, I think the reason the three of you did not win is because you turned on each other. Or specifically Ken and Ray turned on. Raven was 100% correct. You guys turned on her way too fast. I think that you guys should have made the move probably around like top 6. And Ray, I think it really is credit to you how great your social game was that you were able to get to the final 3 despite the fact that all of the other big names in the game got taken out. Because you shouldn't have been there. And Raven, what impressed me the most with you was Final 5. You should have gone home. Final 5. You should have gone home. The fact that you convinced Javaris to not put you in the bottom that round, my jaw was on the floor. And I need to ask Javaris at some point, because Javaris had said some shit about if he won Paymaster, he would send you home. But then, like, it didn't make sense to me. But then he said, "Oh, but I would vote for her to stay in a vault ceremony." I don't know. Javaris was like an enigma to me. Javaris is another one. Y'all kept forgetting about him the whole season when you needed his vote. There was a lot of people in this game that could have helped some of you get a lot further. Demi is one of them. Lustiana is another one. Javaris is another one. And I think the reason why Ray got as far as he did, and Mackenzie and Carlos and even like Raven and Ken, was because they picked these people up. Like when Ken saved Glow and Demi, that was an amazing move because Morgan S was not a number for him in any capacity. She wanted Ken and Raven out of the game. So when he scooped them up, it gave him more power in the game. And with Ray, it gave Ray multiple options for the end. Ray could go to the end with the threats. Ray could go to the end with the quote-unquote floaters. It was really great. My next thing is that I think that some of y'all would have done much better in this game if you didn't sign up with your friends. And this is going out to Raven and Roberto, and this is going to Lusty, Mac, and E. Mac, I think that it held you back having to work I know that you and Lusty didn't talk a lot of game this season, but the first half of the season, Emmanuel, you were really fun to watch. I want to start by saying that. But Mac was having to clean up Emmanuel's messes throughout the first half of this game. And I think that hindered you from spreading your wings. And then Lusty was still here, so you had that connection to Lusty, and you still wanted to protect her. And I felt like that was holding you back. And it's no coincidence that once both of them were gone, you really spread your wings and you flourished in this game. And whether you win or lose, when we look at your paymasters, you were the one that took out the big names. You took out Ken. You took out Raven. You know, you were the one that did that on your own. And then Roberto and Raven were a really good pair. That, like, you guys wanted to be Danielle and Jason, and you did do that. Roberto's problem was that he didn't come off genuine enough to some of the people that were in the second half of this game. Like Gloria, for example, was not having any of that shit. Lustiana was not having any of that shit. That's why she sent him home. So Raven, you as well were having to kind of clean up some of Roberto's messes. However, I do think that you guys didn't suffer as much just because Roberto and you were on opposite sides of the house, so you were able to exchange info and it helped you. Whereas Mac, Lusty, and E were all relatively on the same side, so there wasn't really a whole lot for them to exchange. Howie, watching you was frustrating because you would go from a really good spot to like, oh, I'm bored, so I'm gonna go like start a fight with some people, and then you'd be in a bad spot, and then you like lay back for a bit, and then you're gonna a good spot again. It was like so frustrating. I really liked your and Jackie's relationship at the start of the jury phase. I wasn't expecting it, and if you didn't get put in the bot, and if Raven didn't go on that win streak and send you home, you guys would have been a really dangerous pairing. So Raven made the right call sending you home that night for sure, because you were right. Howie was planting seeds for you to go at some point, and you nipped it in the butt really fast, and it was great. Next, Raven was getting targeted for sending the donations in. I don't get y'all for targeting her over that, because Raven, I've asked them, and apparently that was the reason they started targeting you. I don't get that, y'all, because Raven had advantages in these challenges and still was not winning them. And I know for me, if someone is raising the prize pot to the highest it's ever been in this show, I'm keeping their asses in the game. Like, are you kidding me? So it is a little like, but I think ultimately people did know that you were going to win. So I think the game would have ended this way anyway. But like, just for people in the future, don't target someone because they're donating, bitch. Like, unless you don't want to win any money. Hello?
Stay broke.
Oh, so what else was I going to say? Oh, Morgan H, which I know Morgan H is in the club listening. Oh my god, you and Raven needed to, like, Raven offered Morgan H an olive branch the very first night after their whole spiel. That was an entertaining ass combo they had, and I'm so sad that Teams fucked up with the recording, so I don't think we have it anymore, but I'm going to try recovering it. But if Morgan had taken Raven on her deal, I think that Morgan would have been at the end of this game. Because Morgan and Roberto had a really great relationship, and Morgan already knows this because we told the pre-jury that Roberto and Raven knew each other for years. So, but something I respect about Morgan H and why we're friends is that Morgan H can't be fake. So, like, she had a feeling about Raven, and her feeling was right. Her feeling was that Raven was willing to do whatever she needed to do to win this game, and she wasn't trustworthy. And you weren't trustworthy, Raven, but I really wish that you guys could have put your differences aside, because it would have been an unstoppable pairing in this game. And then Shelby's not here. Shelby fucked up so bad during that battle back, because at that stage, if she had sent Jackie home, she would have been guaranteed to come back, because I love Chewy. I know you're here. I love you. Chewy was not winning those challenges, okay? And Morgan H and Shelby had to deal with each other to take each other back in the game. Morgan H has, I don't know if she would have actually taken Shelby because Morgan H and Chewy did have a really close relationship, but Shelby would have for sure taken Morgan H back in the game with her. So Shelby and Morgan H probably should have been back in this game if Shelby had not made that decision. And who knows how the game would have changed. I mean, Carlos is in the final 2 right now and potentially winning. We will find out soon. So I think it definitely would have made the game a lot more chaotic. I don't know how it would have went, but it would have been interesting. I think the pre-jury this season was great. And I think a lot of you would do much better on a second go around. But there's just a lot of mistakes from everyone this season. Honestly, everybody. Next is Gloria. See, I understand why so many of you are frustrated with her. I get it. I've hosted her now for 8 years, and Chantel's played with Gloria. Gloria is frustrating as fuck, but Gloria probably had the best reads in the entire competition. She did. She had everything clocked in, and the reason why she flipped on that final 4 that she had with Carlos, Ray, and Ken was because she was guaranteed to go home if she didn't do that. And one thing about Glow is that Glow is not stupid. She can see. And actually, if you watched her on Chantel's season, she did the exact same thing, where she was automatically in the bottom, and Chantel was paymaster, and she had to turn against her new allies to put them in the bottom, or else Chantel would have sent her home. Gloria's biggest blunder was Javaris putting her in the bottom that night. I still don't know why he did that. I really don't, because he was saying Mac needed to go. So I still need to find out why Javaris did that. But I think if he didn't do that, I think Glow would have been sitting in the end. Would she have won? I don't know, because this jury is very, we'll see with the votes. But, I mean, y'all have been very vocal about the fact that y'all are being petty against each other a little bit. So I don't know if Gloria would have won out of spite or if she would have gotten votes from certain people, because I know a lot of y'all just didn't like her, for a lack of better words. All right. Is there anything that I'm missing? I'm trying to think. My most frustrating moment this season, Chewy. I wanted to strangle you, Chewy. I wanted to fucking strangle you because you were in a good spot, but the problem was that you weren't willing to put your cards on the table. Spinning that wheel and sending Carlos in the bottom, that was some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It was.
Because Carlos was loyal to you, because you guys have that Beast Games connection. So it made absolutely, I still was floored by that. And Demi, I thought that was a very strong move on your part, because Gloria was volunteering and you could have easily just said, I'm going to put Glow in the bottom. You didn't. You said, I'm going to put in the 2 motherfuckers that don't got to vote. And if you didn't do that, you might have gone home that night, because Howie was the paymaster. So, kudos to you, and you need to get more flowers, because just because you weren't here all the time doesn't mean you didn't know what you were doing in the game. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. Ray, I don't think I've ever seen someone be as raw in their confessionals as you were. I'm very sad you didn't win, because I think out of everybody here, you probably could have benefited from the prize money the most. And I just want to say that you were a fantastic player, and it stinks to see you come up short. Would you have won in this final 2? I actually don't know. I don't know.
He would have.
Oh, he would have?
Absolutely.
I think that was majority yesterday. We all
I
said
think he
Ray.
would have killed it if he was in top 2.
Yeah,
I think his speech would have been better. No shade to the final
his
2.
speech would have slayed both of y'all together. He could have took you both on and still won.
Yeah.
No shade, but these were not.
Yeah.
No shade, but these were not
Jesus.
good. These were not good
These were
final
horrible.
speeches. But
Oh my god. I am so sorry. Oh wait, I'm not on camera. I thought I was on camera.
Also, Ray's goodbye messages were so.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Ken, what the fuck
So
were you doing
good.
with your goodbye messages?
Yeah, those were so bad. You were so condescending.
You were so rude to like all of them.
Yeah,
Like,
that was why though. Jury management. I'm confused.
because you were playing a good game, but if you got to the end, your ass was not winning.
Yeah, I'm
He
not.
needs camera time.
I'm not a dick rider. I'm sorry.
You don't gotta be a dick rider to be nice to people.
Just show some respect to us as
For
people.
real.
Yes,
Like,
they
it's
started
so
to
gross.
out, like,
bro.
It's so
you
gross,
wish you
dude.
were
Like, it's
playing
not
like me.
cute.
It's not me. I'm sorry.
It was you.
It's not me.
It's
It
always
was.
been you. You can't take any sort of accountability. You're literally a narcissist. Like, it's
Raven.
wild.
Oh, that's a lot. I don't think that.
Okay, wait. All right, let's
We'll
chill
talk
out.
about that later. We'll talk about that later.
We will, because, like, you're being fucking weird, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, it hurt my feelings.
Well, while I go tally the votes, I'm gonna give Chantel and Terrell the floor to talk about what they feel this season. So
I mean, Dylan pretty much said everything. I'm gonna just say my top 5 people because I don't care. There's no particular order. I just loved you guys for different reasons. I'm gonna say Raven, period. I'm gonna say Ray, period. I'm gonna say Ken, period, even though you pissed me off. I'm gonna say Mac, period. And I'm gonna say E because you're entertaining as fuck. Oh, and I have to add a 6th one, Howie. You drove me crazy, but I love you down. That's all. I'm sorry if you didn't get any love.
Okay. Okay.
Terrell, you got anything you want to say? Where you at?
Terrell doing movie reviews right now.
No, he's not. He here.
I'm fucking around.
Terrell, where you at?
I am so sorry, y'all. My shit got fucked up. Where were we? We're talking about Ken and his goodbye messages, or were we talking about
yeah, we were.
Huey and him being cooked all the damn time? Girl, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, he was always saying that he's
I'm
cooked.
cooked. I'm like, oh my god, y'all don't roast this man. I'm like, hey y'all.
I'm cooked.
Morgan, you look fabulous, by the way.
His team could have had immunity, and he'd say,
Fantastic.
"Ed cooked." She does look really good.
Who? Oh wow, look at Morgan. Okay, girl, look at her.
Ken's team could have had immunity,
Morgan, you look great.
and he
Your
would say he's
hair,
cooked.
please.
You gotta be humble. You gotta humble yourself sometimes. You know, you just gotta expect the unexpected to happen.
Well, Ken,
What
I
you
just want to
talking
know
about?
why you like all of a sudden hate all of us and are being like so like you've been really mean. It's been weird. If anyone
going through
else wants to
something,
chime
Ken?
in on that.
Everybody here is my dog except you, right?
Nah, I agree though.
Oh,
You've been low key like
This man was cursing me out.
you
talking-
act like me right when I'm about to get my period. That's how you've
Right,
been acting
it's
for the past
so
like 2
weird. And I'm
days.
sorry I called you a
Period.
narcissist. I don't think
Oh,
you're
God.
actually a narcissist.
I gotta.
but I just think
I'll
it's
defend Ken a
being
little bit.
weird.
He came to me. He came to me and was like, it was all like a character. Like, I actually fuck with you. Like, you my dog. And I was like, okay, all right. I don't know
He
what
did
you
the same with me, not gonna lie. Like between the shit talk, Ken and I did DM each other. We're like, yo, we're actually so fucking chill with each other. I will say though, Ken, there was a slight bit of sassiness with you lately. That's all I'll say about that. But like, I know you a real one. Like, I know it's just
No
the
idea
game.
why.
Okay, well
I know
then
it's just the game.
Ken the person, I love you. Ken the character, I don't like.
Well, my frustration was everybody
Word.
take over the fucking environment. I'm like, y'all have a fucking backbone. That was it. I
I've
love
had
you.
a backbone.
I'm
this
not
whole
talking about
time.
you. I'm talking about
But then-
everybody else. Lane, you.
I know, but it's like
What are you
you're
talking
I have a
about?
backbone. I say what the fuck I need to
I
say.
know. I
But
still
you're
bitch with
saying
every
that
single
Hey, I'm
time.
not talking about you, Demi. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying.
I
But
was
then
about to
why are
say.
you being mean to us
When we
Wait,
were
specifically?
who are you talking about, then?
when we were in the jury chat, everybody was like fucking agreeing to every fucking thing Raven said. I'm like, God damn, like you was getting irritating. You was irritating me. I'm sorry. I probably was coming.
I'm sorry that I make good points that people
You
actually
did not
agree
make-
with.
you did not make good points.
Well, apparently they think so.
Well, I don't think so.
And that's okay, but you don't have to be a douche about it.
It's fine.
Got it.
Ken, I love you.
I love you too.
It's really strange because Ken personally came to me and said, that he expects to see me in the top 2, and I was the best player of the entire game. He said that. No
Who
lie.
told you that?
He said that, Ken.
Oh.
When did I say this?
Well, shit.
I didn't see that video.
Terrell,
must be
you are
lying.
so shady.
I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I don't.
Nah, I'm fucking with that.
I'm
Did
a
not
wait.
say that shit. He said like quite the opposite.
Wait, so can I get y'all's like phone numbers now? The people that actually want me to have their phone numbers, chat me your number.
Okay.
Period.
Raven, I wanted you to win, girl.
Same.
I
You
want
gotta
to know
admit,
why.
I
I want to
like
know why were y'all all tripping on the girl bringing in all these donations? I was so confused. Dylan, did you bring this up?
It was
Because
not necessarily like
I'm playing
the
the
money
game.
wise.
If
It
I'm
was
playing this girl is running my checkup. Let me cut her and get that money. So I'm confused why all y'all were tripping. Like
I
all of
was a
you.
little spider climbing up their leg, ready to poison them. That's why they were tripping.
They were
She gets
mad.
inspired.
Like, oh, she's getting too many donations. Like, wouldn't you want that? Let's go into your pocketbook if you can cut her.
Common sense isn't exactly the theme of the season,
Yeah.
but I think that's why I was very successful.
Yeah, a lot of I know I made some like not the smartest moves, but a lot of people here, I was just like, why? Why would you do this? Why would you say this? It was, I mean, I know I didn't make the smartest moves. Like I could have definitely connected more with Demi. That would have helped me a lot more. And even I guess ride Glow's dick a little, but like Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. I kept constantly saying
Girl.
I wish Emmanuel was still here because it'd be more fun. But I'm not gonna lie, my favorite moment in the game was framing Emmanuel. That was beautiful. That was
Oh my gosh,
excellent. That
girl.
was my best work
I
ever.
truly feel like Jackie owes me an apology, to be honest. No shade. Because she literally went around to everyone saying that I was like this mole, this liar. She even, when she got eliminated, went to the people who was eliminated and was like, I was a liar and I was this terrible player person. But lo and behold, in saying that I was playing I was playing based off like personal reasons, all this shit. But lo and behold, Roberto was the one who was like leaking information and stuff.
But that was
Yes, that's very true. But
Okay,
also,
pause,
she
pause,
didn't
pause,
know that
pause.
I
I'm gonna
did
just
that.
chime in.
She
For
didn't know that I
me,
did that.
for
The reason
me,
that she was eliminating me
okay.
was
she did
not because
know.
I did that.
No,
It was
No, Emmanuel, she did know because I told her. The plan, me and Roberto's strategy was simple. It was keep everyone hating each other. And it worked
it worked.
for the most part.
It was brilliant. Like the reality of it is that I played exactly into Raven's hand. I'm new at this game. I took Raven seriously. That was my mistake this season, right? I trusted somebody that I shouldn't have trusted. And at the end of the day, as I've said before, when it comes to the game, like I did not personally try to come after your neck as a person. I did believe that you were, hang on, if I may. As a person, I did not come after you and call you a shitty person. I did call you a liar. I did not trust you. I was made to not trust you. That was just part of the game. However, what did upset me and what ultimately led me to eliminate you was the fact that you were talking shit about me as a person, not my game. And I don't tolerate when people make things personal in a game setting. Like, it's just not fun. It's really toxic. I don't like that. So, whether it was Raven who was convincing me or Roberto lying to me or whatever it was, you were being a negative force on my game and it was a threat to me and I had to get rid of you. Like point blank
my
period. It would not have been
situation.
advantageous for me to keep you in my game. Like
I mean, that's cool or whatever. My situation from the beginning, I'm not talking about after all that, because I already like made up in my mind. The production can attest to this. I made up in my mind that I wasn't fucking with you after you did that shit with the safety ship, making different group chats and stuff. That's what I'm talking about originally. And then within that, I rewatched that night. You said that, oh, you said I was a good gamer because, oh, you just was giving a compliment to people who like play the game. But when I watched that shit back, girl, you literally said out of your mouth that you said that because I was spilling tea to Raven. That's the exact words that you said.
Yeah,
So
no,
that
because
was
I thought
gaslighting bullshit. That was
sure. And
gaslighting
so
bullshit. Trying
so
to.
can I just say one thing?
Wait. No.
Sure.
I'll
Oh
let
no,
you
go
finish.
ahead, go ahead.
I apologized to you that night. After all that happened, I apologized to you that night, and I was like, "Girl, oh, I thought you were like trying to come for me. I didn't even notice that you were just saying that just to be nice and like say that I was playing a good game, bitch. That was never your motive."
If I may,
and you gaslit me into an apology.
Okay. If I may, I 100% meant that the way I did mean it. I said that you spilling tea to Raven's game or you spilling the game to Raven, like, because at that point I did believe that you were the person who was talking to Raven. I thought that was super smart of your game to go to Raven and then tell Raven everything for her to then use it against, like us, right? That was a genuine compliment. I'm sorry if you don't believe that. Like, I understand why there can be confusion there. I genuinely meant it as a compliment towards your game because I would not have seen it if it weren't for the fact that it was told to me. Again, pre me knowing anything, pre me understanding like how things were working under wraps. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to. That's fine. I'm not denying that I did say that, it's because of what happened between you and Raven. I thought that was super smart of you at the time because I believed you had an alliance with Raven and that it was smart for you to have an alliance with somebody who has a lot of power in this game, right? Somebody who could potentially get you out of something like really, really bad. And I meant that as nothing more than a genuine compliment. I'm sorry if it didn't come off that way. If you still want to perceive it as me trying to be a genuine asshole to you, that's on you. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm 100% like trying to be objective. And I hope that you can just, when this is all said and done, I hope you understand that at that point in time, I did believe that it was you who was the mole. I'm not going to lie about it. There's no reason for me to lie about it. I approached you about it.
With the whole personal thing, I think it's a pick and choose of what's personal and what's not. Because you said you made a decision tonight saying about being personal, and then you calling me a liar, calling me a mole. I personally feel like that's personal shit. That's character flaw shit. Calling someone a liar.
I
So
think
I'm
you can be
like,
a
girl,
liar in the
and you're
game, but
mad
not in real life.
because I
I think
said,
that's
"Oh,
different.
Jackie, you're so nice."
Like, I think
That's a
I think there's a
compliment.
difference.
Well,
listen, I think there's a difference between being somebody who lies in the game. We all fucking lied in this game, so don't even give me that shit. There's not one person in here in this fucking room.
Okay, girl,
who
you
didn't fucking lie.
activating.
Like,
What the
period.
popping off,
So
man.
I do want to
I'm
defend
just
Emmanuel
saying,
though. I
like,
do
to
want to
fucking
defend
come at
Emmanuel.
me and be like, oh yeah, no, like you're like I'm not when I'm talking about a personal thing, I'm talking about as a person outside of the game. Always. Always, always, always. When you come after someone's personality outside of the game, like attacking people's like body flaws, being like really petty, being really nasty, that's what I'm talking about personal. If you're talking about shit that has to deal with the game, that's vastly different. But
who attacked your body flaws?
I'm
You
not
said
gonna
my
get into this.
forehead was like the size of Texas, but beyond the point, which I mean, duh. But I do
I
want to
said your forehead was big. Hold on.
Yes,
When did he
on
I
the
say
didn't have to
that?
live.
say shit. Honestly, bitch, if y'all get upset, I didn't say fuck you. I didn't go bitches was talking about people's kids. The things that I
that was
said in my
Ken.
confessionals,
That
bitch,
was
if
that
y'all
was
mad,
Ken.
y'all
That
mad
was
about me
definitely
saying
Ken.
that your
That
forehead
was
is big.
Ken.
Yeah, that was
I called.
Ken.
I said Howie looked
I
like
fucking knew it,
Caillou.
bro. I
I
knew
said
that shit
hella
was
shit.
Ken.
I called
Wait,
Ken
It
a
whose
was
kids was
nonchalant
he
Ken.
name.
talking
Bitch,
about?
if you're mad at
Shelby,
that,
he's the
girl,
one that put the he's the
Ken.
one that put the anonymous message about Shelby that said,
Bro,
what did he
that was
say?
fucking
What did he
flagrant
say?
like a
He said like, "Oh,
motherfucker.
Shelby's kids are the biggest threat" or something
Yeah,
like
that was
that.
not
And I
me.
kept
He
telling
said,
Shelby,
y'all
let him
gonna let
fucking
Shelby
Ray.
I
kill
gotta
all
leave kids out of it, man.
wait, who put that up? Who put that?
And
Dead.
Demi is over Ken.
Yeah, she
Like,
is.
bitch, please. If y'all mad at somebody, like, girl, I never talked about
but
your body flaws. Body
but
flaws is
no,
crazy.
real
You act
talk
like I.
though. I'll give Emmanuel credit where it's due. He was super loyal to that ship. And so Roberto is the one that was the mole, but we were just like, how could we use this information? So I told Emmanuel about this other chat that you made, Jackie, and we were like, ooh, he'll definitely start talking, and then we could just blame it on him.
Oh yeah, and that was
Type of
y'all's
deal.
biggest mistake.
Oh,
You
fuck.
should never
Hell
in
no.
this game stick with one group of people, especially that like
Hell
no
no.
shade, that group of people. Like y'all were no. Like I don't know what it is. You know what I think it is that the people that were on the safety ship were all people that were very prominent on the live streams. And I think that was what dictated who everyone called a floater and who everyone called like a coaster. Like, for example, y'all were saying Kai was an active. Kai was not an active. He just wasn't playing with some of you bitches. He was with Raven. He had a relationship with Ken. I think he had a relationship with Ray, if I'm not wrong. He had a relationship with a couple of people in this game, and if he had stuck around a little longer, he actually probably would have been a problem for you guys. You're lucky.
I will say the Dreadhead allowance was not a thing.
No, that was not a thing. I don't know what he was talking about. I think that was just what he wanted. I think that was his vision of the future. Shelby, we just revealed that the person who sent the message saying your kids are going to win the game, that was Ken.
And I can't hear you. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Say it again.
It's about to be a grand reveal.
Talked about people.
I can't hear nothing. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Shelby,
god.
girl, I told you it
the
wasn't
spirit
Ray.
of Gloria is taken
Yeah,
over.
Glow is back, y'all.
Put your
Glow.
volume up.
Oh
Glow is back. She'll start telling some stories. Shelby, can you hear us?
Something.
Terrell,
God.
And as I started to get to know Ken, I knew it was him because I was like, that's how he talks.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah,
can you hear
we've
us?
heard you before. We heard
I
you the
can
first
hear you.
time.
Okay,
Okay,
so
my
Shelby,
AirPods are
we
sorry.
just dropped the bombshell. The person that do you want to know the person that said that anonymous bounty saying your kids are going to win the game? It was Ken.
Fucking what?
I told you.
No, you didn't.
I told you it wasn't Ray. You're like, it's Ray. It's Ray. And I'm like,
Oh yeah,
it's
you did
not
think it was
fucking
Ray.
Yeah, you thought it was Ray. You were going hard on him in that chat.
Ray
And
would
I
never.
told you
Ray
it
would
wasn't
never.
Ray.
You were.
And it's so funny because
But-
Ken typed the way that he talks, so we should have known it was him.
First of all, I don't want to talk to you.
Oh,
it's okay. I don't give a shit.
Fucking rude ass talking shit. Allegedly, I'm fucking on drugs. Are you
I didn't
fucking
say you were
serious?
on drugs. I said
Let her
you.
know.
I
No,
said
yes,
you
you
need your
did.
ADHD
Yes, you
medication.
did. So don't even try to back
Oh,
me
okay.
now.
Raven, you
Because
did
you
call her a
fucking said that
crackhead.
allegedly.
Oh, did I?
Called her a
That's
crackhead
weird.
on
I mean,
the
I do
live
think you're kind
stream.
of cracked.
Adderall with my ADHD ass. Yeah, I have fucking ADHD, and I've never fucking taken a fucking medication for it either.
Period.
God.
Smoke weed
God,
and
right.
needed
What
that.
the fuck are you even? And I've never even had a conversation with you.
Well, maybe that was the problem because you were talking shit about
So-
me and never had a conversation with me, sister.
What?
Questions, comments, concerns?
I'm sorry,
dead
Shelby. Shelby, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, actually, well, while we're here,
Yeah, you're a fucking dick,
Ray,
man.
I know that you had a problem with Shelby because Shelby had said in one of the exit interviews that you had a drinking problem, or that she felt you had a drinking problem.
People say I got a drinking problem.
I mean, I'm
she
a
can say
recovering
what.
alcoholic.
Well, that's you, girl. That's you. You can say what you want. I don't care what people have to say about me.
Period.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
You're gonna get drunk after this. Don't worry.
Oh, girl, I got my drink right here, right now.
Cheers to that.
Okay.
Cheers, y'all.
Like, I'm going to
Yes.
LA. I'm getting fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
no, you
don't
can,
get cooked,
honestly,
Chewy.
you can call me
Don't get
alcoholic. I've
cooked.
been called every single name in the book. And
Oh.
honestly, if you ain't gonna get in the field, it don't matter. And you're a woman, so I won't get in the field with you because you're a woman.
You already
But-
sent her home. It's okay. You good. You got your one.
Yeah.
Who's
Hey,
next?
with me, I'm not that guy. Like,
Who's
I mean,
next?
did that offend you?
But twice.
I have a question for Ray. Did that offend you?
No, it was kind of like, how you gonna call me alcoholic just because of your stuff? Don't project on me, girl. I'm chilling. I'm having fun, girl.
I mean, that might have been a little bit of projection, but I just
Damn.
that's what I see.
You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me.
You're right, and I don't know you. You're absolutely right.
You.
Well, you know what I see? I see a duo season, a power couple of Ray and Shelby, and Raven and Ken, and Jackie and E. And I think
Oh, that'd be
you know,
crazy.
Yes, I would love that.
Raven would have to be in a thruple with Morgan H and Ken and Raven.
Period.
Morgan H.
Raven would beat out first.
Morgan.
And
Morgan!
Morgan, how you doing, girl? You ain't said much. But you were great at the beginning of this game, girl. You went
y'all
too
slept
soon.
on her. Morgan H was strategizing hard. It honestly,
she was.
honestly, if Roberto was not in this game, she probably would have done a lot better because it was just she was strategizing with him a lot, so everything got back to Raven. So it was a little hard. But what did you think of the season, Morgan?
And I wish Roberto ass was here because I got some choice words for his motherfucking ass.
Y'all had a little love connection. Can we talk about that?
Oh yeah.
No, Roberto's not my type. Roberto's not
I know,
my
but
type.
he got a little
Y'all put
excited.
him-
Remember, we can play
put
the
him in
clips
the
if we
motherfucking
could.
chat.
I wish he was here
Yeah.
because I wanted to call that out because he was feeling you, girl. And tonight you would have
I'm
you
glad.
would have woke up out his sleep with this
My
look
God.
right
You're
here.
right? Yes.
Girl, Chantel
Chantel,
co-signed me. Remember this call? He was all messaging
Yes.
just like, oh, what do I say? How do I go about this? What can I do? Because he was like, oh, what if she really goes for me?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
He had
he wanted
his
to
shirt
get
And
off.
that.
tonight he would have.
That's
he
what
would,
he wanted, girl. He had that shirt off. He was doing these little push-ups for you, girl.
Oh, that was
little
100%
hair.
for
Little hair
you.
he got right here. Yes, the nose hair.
100% that was for
He was
you.
ready for you.
Yeah, that was
Girl.
all for you, girl.
Yes.
He wanted to show that little 2-pack
You
off.
kept saying,
And you were like,
you kept saying, there goes my man.
yeah, she said, my man, girl, he got a little hard. Girl, why you do that to this boy?
I swear I could feel. I swear
That
I could
little
hear
pecker, yes.
I swear I could hear the boner hitting the desk during the conversation.
Yes. He was too happy. I wish we
And
had
tonight
a clip
there would have been
because he
two.
was so-
There would have been two reasons for him to be happy tonight. Bam and Bam.
Period.
Exactly.
Y'all are
Because they is out
hilarious.
tonight. He would not. He'd be looking right at you right now.
Oh,
He
it
would have
would've
had you pinned on the screen.
We would have had. Oh yes, it would have been a highlight.
He would have had you blown up. He
Yeah.
probably would have screenshot that for later, girl.
Yeah.
It's beat o'clock.
Terrell,
girl.
Oh my gosh,
Sorry,
that's
I'm a mess. I'm
ridiculous,
so
bro.
sorry. This is me. Y'all, this is me. I had to be nice and cordial to all y'all, but this is Terrell. But yeah. Period.
He said beat o'clock.
Yeah.
No, I really enjoyed the season because it's my first order, so I really enjoyed it. Me and Ken's first conversations, he was like, you need to get with Raven, you need to get with Raven. I was like, no, I don't fuck with that bitch. And he was like, bro, if you get with her, y'all would dominate. And then Emmanuel was another one that was like, yeah, I need you and Raven to work together. And I was like, no, I don't trust her. I don't trust her. But maybe if I did, that could have went a long way. But if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. And I had told Raven that from the jump.
You did.
But
It was crazy.
I love everybody. Yeah. But I love everybody. Like, this was super fun. I wish I would have stayed longer so I could like make more connections and like chop it up with y'all because y'all was a good group of people. And Jackie was like, don't trust Emmanuel, don't trust Emmanuel. And I was like, Emmanuel not gonna do me wrong. Emmanuel would never do me wrong. And I had your back from start to finish, Emmanuel. But it was me fucking trusting Roberto as that I fucked up.
Damn.
And I wish he was on that fucking call.
Well, this
Why
has
is
been
that so?
this has been really great, and I would love to reunite the entire cast as a whole at some point down the line. I would first, though, like to release some more things behind the scenes. You guys might have some thoughts once you see everyone's confessionals and some of the alliance chats and the scheming that was going down. So I will keep you guys up to date on when we will reunite. It'll be sometime in the future. Terrell and Chantel, do you guys have anything else you want to say before we get to this reveal?
You got anything, Chantel? No, we good. We good. I think we got. This is a fun season. What do you want me to
I said
say?
go first. I said you go first. Then I'll go.
I don't have anything to say. I thought y'all were great.
okay.
Y'all were all good. I loved the season. It was fun. I was watching y'all scheme and lie. I seen a lot of lies. I can't wait to see who wins between these two because I got things about y'all two, but I can't say nothing. Y'all about to win. One of y'all about to win. But anyways, y'all were great. I mean, y'all. I just wish I saw Raven longer. Ray, I thought you were gonna be in the top two. I really did think that. Ken, I thought you were gonna get further. I don't know. Y'all were great. It
Longer.
was a
I
good
made
season,
top
though.
4.
Raven, I wanted you to win, girl. Ask Chantel.
No,
Chantel, what was I doing from day one?
What were we doing from
Yes, day
Thank
one.
you.
Raven was.
We
She's
were
great.
like, go
Period.
Raven, go.
Yes, the whole time she was playing y'all, all of you. It was so good. I loved
No,
it.
but
And y'all
honestly,
wonder why I was rooting for her so hard.
Yeah, she was so good. Period.
but
Thank you.
honestly, even though the people who were playing the game got out early, it was a good season.
Yep.
And don't let us talking shit diminish the final two people that got to the end because you losers let them get there.
Yep.
So let's remember that, okay?
Oh,
You guys played phenomenal. It was great watching you all, and I can't wait to crown a winner.
I do
Yeah,
have
I
to
can't wait
say
to see who
this
wins.
too.
That's what I want to know.
I
Y'all
do-
did y'all thing top 2? Oh.
Oh no, go ahead, Terrell. Finish.
Oh no, I was just to say, yeah, top 2, congrats, and y'all did y'all thing. Period. That's it.
I do
Sorry,
have
you
to
can
say
go.
this too. Out of all of the returning people from pre-jury, Carlos was the right person to come back because Chantel and Terrell can quote me on this. I said it. He is the only person from that loser's lodge that could have gotten to the end. And it's not because he's the best player out of all of you, but it was because he fit the best in with the dynamics and was not going to be targeted out of all of you. And it's just Shelby and Morgan, and they had too big of a target at that point. Chewy.
I'm sorry. He was cooked.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He was cooked. Chewy was about to do nothing, girl.
And then
That's so disrespectful.
I'm so sorry. I tried.
Taking my praise, bro.
Chewy would have
damn,
lasted.
that
Chewy would have lasted a while.
Why
It's
you
just
taking that
Chewy you didn't have the killer instinct I wanted from you this season. That's all. Like you needed to, like
He had a nonchalant instinct.
say
Like,
something
yeah,
real quick?
okay.
If I was the actual paymaster on Circle Night, Chewy or Jackie wouldn't have gone home.
Oh no, I know. It would have been E. Well, and Jackie, that was a huge mistake on your part not voting for E. That was what sent you. You were not going home that night. It was just you didn't vote.
Oh,
for E.
I honestly,
okay,
she messed it up on her own.
Okay, so I'm honestly, as bittersweet as it is that I wound up going home, if E would have had the opportunity to go back into like the losers lounge beforehand and get a chance at that battle back, I'm like 100% sure that I would not have been able to come back. Right? So strategically, even though in that moment I didn't know it, it actually wound up benefiting me.
It did.
Because I was able to battle back, right? So to speak. But like, again, this whole season has been super crazy. This is my first long-term Oregon. It's been an absolute ride. I got absolutely played, owning up to that. 1000%. Raven, you're a fucking mastermind. Like, props to you, girl. You're absolutely a veteran. E, I do owe you an apology for believing that bullshit. I should have trusted you a little more. I got played by so many people. That's what happens your first time around. But it was honestly just a great experience. Thank you guys for making this a lot of fun.
And Jackie, if you had played the way that you did when you came back from the start, it would have been a different game because you were better when you came back.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I was just too shy. Like, and honestly, as
You
much
were
as
shy.
I am,
You were talking a lot, girl. You playing
I
decks
know.
of cards.
Hear me
You
out.
were not
Hear me out. Hear me out.
shy. You were giving.
You were
You were not
That's
shy.
a
You lied.
damn
You gaslight
lie.
this
Let me
cast.
finish my thought. Let me finish my
You are
thought. I
not
swear.
shy.
You was glow before glow.
Exactly.
Come on now. You was
Seconds.
the younger glow. You were glow. You
No,
You
like,
said I'm a competitor. I'm here to play.
I
do not
am,
have
but I'm
shy.
really
You got in your head
okay.
because you were winning everything. You're like, I'm not.
Yup.
I'm just gonna win. Girl,
I know,
no.
but
Come on
I get
now.
okay. I hear
I am
you. I
making
totally
so
do.
many memes of Emmanuel right now. It's hilarious.
Like, I totally understand why you guys feel that way. I mean, I'm shy in new situations. I love making friends with people, but like when this is like my first time doing something, I start doubting myself a lot. And it takes like just experience and me understanding and having time to like get a grasp of my surroundings. I totally agree with Dylan. I should have been a fucking cutthroat bitch from the beginning, but I fucking like y'all too much. And it's just hard for me to be mean to people that I like, you know? And that's like one of the things I said in my interview, or like in my I forget what the room is called, the confessional, right? Is I fucking hated that I loved Raven. Like, I fucking hated that shit. I wanted to fucking hate her so fucking bad, and I could never fucking hate her. You can't make me hate her. It's awful.
Same. I might be a backstabber, but I think that I'm a pretty, like, I don't feel like I ever, like, made anyone purposefully feel like shit about who they are. I'll stab you in the back and slit your throat, but I'm going to accept you for who you are.
Well, last thing I want to say before we crown a winner, and everyone can stay on camera for the winner reveal this time because I want to get everyone's reaction, including you two, Chantel and Terrell, because at this point I got it set up. So now y'all got to stay and look at the reveal. Carlos and Mackenzie, were you guys the final two I expected? Hell no. Do I think you're a very worthy final two? Yes, I do. I think both of you are an example as to why this game is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And Carlos, you played much better when you came back. I don't know what the fuck you were doing the first half of this game, man. Like, I think that you were so triggered from like traders where you were a little bit more outspoken that you thought, okay, I need to just like lay back. But the problem was that you weren't like making close bonds with people at the start of this game, and that's what hindered you, and that's why you were disposable the second you were in the bottom. Like, I think that people mistake being quiet like on the lives for being quiet behind the scenes. Like, Ray's a good example of that. Like, Ray didn't have to be, you know, super like loud on all the lives and be well connected to everybody, but when you came back, you had that relationship with Gloria really helped you, because that was someone that was never going to put you down there, and that was really good. Then because because of your strategy to not make yourself a threat, people like Mackenzie were interested in taking you far, Javaris was interested in taking you far, Ray was interested in taking you far, Raven, I don't know what spell you had on Raven, but Raven was always protecting you even when she had like a bit of doubt about
Just
you.
so handsome.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're like the charmer of
No,
everybody.
you know who he reminded me of, and you want to know why I did that? He reminded me of Jason Guy, and that's why I was like, I'm gonna protect him at all costs. Y'all have no clue who that is.
I do
Look it
feel
up.
honest. I'm not gonna lie. I do think some of you got digmatized by Carlos halfway through the season. Like it started to give that, because at first it was like getting digmatized by Ken. Then I don't know. I think some of y'all were getting digmatized by him like the second half of this game. Like there was some lust in the air of this I Love Money game.
Oh, oh, never mind.
Oh, you already know.
I'm not doing that. I was about to say it. I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, I'm not. Okay.
No, I mean if you want to, but
no, it's okay.
And then
I love Morgan making a TikTok right now.
She said renegade.
Oh, she sure is.
Mackenzie, you were in a great spot this whole game. Like the whole fucking game. The whole game. Like it was really like crazy to me. Like you were forgotten about by people, but not like Javaris. Like Javaris, people didn't even remember his name. You, like, people just didn't even consider putting you down there. Like people would talk about, oh, who can we vote for? And it didn't even come up. I think the one time that someone was looking your way was like the night of the double. If you were down there, Howie was considering sending you home, and Tay wanted to put you down there, but I think Tay didn't know what she was doing either, to be honest with you.
If honestly, if Ken would have voted for Mac, I would have voted for Mac.
I voted for Mac.
No, you voted for me.
I voted for you and Mac.
Oh.
This is why y'all need to vote at these vaults. Like to anyone that signs up for this game in the future, don't filibuster. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, that pissed me off with you motherfuckers. Because I'm like, stop. Like, what is the point?
You were talking all that stuff. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put Raven. I'm gonna get Raven. Da, 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 and none of y'all did it. Y'all just sat there like it was crazy.
The best.
The
best
Can we
game.
get back on track?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
sorry.
It's
The-
getting late.
Name every single time, girl.
The best gameplay I've ever seen from an alliance is season 4 with Ebola. They literally had Ida, who was the loudest person. She just said, all right, who wants to put Will and Paige in the bottom? Oh, you want to? Oh, you don't want to? Okay, well, we don't care about you. We're going to put Will and Paige in the bottom. All right, raise your hands. Oh, we're done. Okay, thank you. They'd be done within like 2 seconds. That's what you do in this game. But congrats to the final 2. I think that we have spoken enough, so we will get to anything we've missed at the reunion. But I think it's time that we get to this vote. So Carlos and Mackenzie, you've gone as far as you possibly can go in this game. I have before me in this urn the 9 jury votes for who the jury wants to crown as the winner of I Love Money. Tonight, if you see your name, it is a good thing. But before we can get to the winner reveal, it's time to reveal who Carlos chose to void from the jury. So Carlos, with great power comes great responsibility. Please reveal which jury member's vote you have chosen to give the void.
I chose to void Javaris's vote.
I can confirm that that was the vote that was voided. Now the question is, Carlos, did you make a good decision or did you make a $1,000 blunder? I can reveal that Javaris cast his vote for Carlos, which means that Carlos, you have just voided a vote in your favor. So this vote is null and void. The question is, did you receive the 5 votes necessary to win this game? We'll find out. Okay, it's time to get to the vote reveal. As a reminder, it will take 5 votes to win this. The winner of DH1's I Love Money Doom Lagoon will earn a spot in the DH1 Hall of Fame and a cash prize of $1,000, an all-time record. The runner-up will receive a cash prize of $100. Let's get to the vote. Oh, hold on. I just gotta get the music. Give me 1 second. All right, let's do this. Okay, first vote. Mackenzie. Carlos. Mackenzie. 2 votes Mackenzie, 1 vote for Carlos. Carlos. 2 votes Carlos, 2 votes Mackenzie. Mackenzie. 3 votes Mackenzie, 2 for Carlos. Carlos, we are tied. 3 for Carlos, 3 for Mackenzie. Mackenzie, 4 votes Mackenzie. Carlos, we are tied. 4 votes for Carlos, 4 for Mackenzie. 1 vote left. The winner of I Love Money Doom Lagoon, Carlos. Congratulations by a vote of 5-4. Carlos is the winner of I Love Money Doom Lagoon.
No fucking way. Oh my god.
Congratulations.
I don't even know what to do. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much.
You're our champion.
Holy fuck. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Manifested it.
Yeah, you said it in your intro video. If y'all go watch it.
You did say that. You did say that.
You did.
And I put you first in every single one. That's crazy.
You sure did.
Carlos, do you have anything you want to say?
Mackenzie, you played a very, very good game. You played basically exactly, I would say you played the exact same game as me, but maybe just even a little better. The way this turned out, the jury, I really don't know what happened. I'm just kind of shocked still. I'm like speechless. But yeah, I just want to give you your praise, your credit. You deserve this. Like you did really good. You know, like I don't even know what to say. I'm whatever. You did amazing, basically. Oh shit.
Mackenzie, you're really quiet. You haven't said much. How are you feeling right now?
I'm just like so proud of myself for even getting 4 votes. I blundered that final speech so hard. I think a sense of doubt came over me, and that's what just kind of fucked me over essentially. But I know that I have what it takes to achieve every dream that I want to go after, and I know I'm going to do it. So, just so proud of myself.
You
So,
played an
yeah.
amazing game, Mackenzie. I do see a lot of split reactions. I just want to say, I think that this vote heavily was influenced by the way the jury members were acting towards each other. So keep that in mind when you're on the jury next time, that the game does not end when you're out of it. Carlos, congratulations. You walk away with a cash prize of $1,000, and you become the second male to win I Love Money.
Shit. Nice.
Yeah, second
A bunch
guy
of
to ever do it.
Oreos and cups all over the floor. It's such a mess.
It was worth it.
It was.
Well, I want to thank all of you for a very sickening season. I really enjoyed this. This is my first time back after my long break because of Beast Games, and it was great. I really enjoyed all of you. Viewers, I want to thank you so much for another amazing season, for all of your support, all of the live stream watching. We did a lot of new things this season. We have the overlay. We had a new streaming format. We, have been mixing around with music, all different types of things to make. We made the power outings live. We're really trying our best to enhance your experience. So please leave below just some of the things that you really liked about this season and some things you would like to see different next season. Also, let us know who your favorite player was this season. Favorite player voting will remain open until we reunite once again. Please stay tuned for an announcement on when our reunion will be, and stay tuned for some behind-the-scenes footage from this season of I Love Money. I guess we'll wrap it up there. We will see all of you next time when we come back for season 16 on I Love Money, with a brand new cast of money lovers. Until then, I think we should wrap it up there. So thank you to everybody on our cast. Thank you so much to my amazing production team this season, Chantel and Terrell and V. I definitely would not have been able to do this without any of you, especially Chantel and Terrell. No shade, V, but you guys were great. You guys helped me with casting. You helped me with the diary room sessions. You helped me with getting everyone together on the stream. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better team. So we're going to wrap it up for the night. Thank you all so much. But we, of course, need to celebrate our new winner. So for the last time this season, from outside the I Love Money Doom Lagoon, I have been your host, Dylan Andrews. And let the music play.
Game of love.
Have a great night, everybody. See you next time.
Wow.
Everybody on the top got the same sound. Everything I'm about to drop, make a name now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Yeah, I ain't never gonna be the same now. I'ma tear up this whole fucking game now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. I got so many bars, call it kamikaze. Ain't nobody ever gonna ever stop me. And I know that I could be a little cocky. That's the byproduct of hard work, no it's not free. I'm at a top speed, I think you lost me. Do not cross me, I keep dropping all these hits and I know that they watching. They keep showing up in my place.